Hello and welcome. Good to see you again for another handpan tutorial, or to see you for the first time. I hope you had a good week. One of my favorite things about the handpan is that it combines melody, harmony and percussion in one instrument like no other. The melody and harmony aspects are relatively obvious. For the percussive ones, we have to look a little closer and check out which additional sounds we can find on the instrument. The slap is one of those sounds, and today I'm going to show you 4 ways how you can use it. The slap is that clicky percussive sound that you can get when you hit in the areas between the tone fields. It has many uses and it can add a tasty and interesting element to your patterns. Without further ado, let's check out option number 1 and use it as a right hand backbeat in a groove pattern. It can fulfill the same role that the snare has on the drum set and mark the backbeat. I will play a hip hop groove to demonstrate this. If you like the groove and want to learn it step by step with some different variations, check out my tutorial video for it. I will have the link come up somewhere on the screen and also put it in the video description. First, let's check out how to play the slap. You can either use all 4 fingers or 1 finger, which would usually be index finger or ring finger. And you want to hit the areas that are between the tone fields. For example here, over on the right side of the instrument. Here's another option. Same thing with the left hand. And you want to have as much cluck sound and as little from the notes, from the tone fields as possible. I will play the basic hip hop groove first, and afterwards we play some variations. Option number 2 is to use the slap for left-handed backbeats. This approach is much less common, but I like it a lot. I have a background in Middle Eastern percussion and frame drumming, and that's where some of these patterns come from. In the next groove, I will also use a bass that I play with my fist. If you don't know this technique yet, I recommend not to use it for now. Because if you hit too hard or in the wrong spot, worst case scenario, you can knock your instrument out of tune, and nobody wants that. You can use a tuck or a ghost note instead. Let's start with the hand pattern of the basic groove. Right, right, left, right, 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 left, right. Hi, welcome to my living room. When I recorded this one in the studio, something went wrong, so I will re-record it from here to have it ready for tomorrow. I think you will like this one. Option number 3. Instead of using the slap as a main accent in your pattern, you can also place it just before an accent. This adds a very cool percussive element, and sometimes it can create the illusion of two people playing at the same time. Let's check this out in one of my favorite rhythms, the Khaliji. Let's start with a basic Khaliji pattern. The rhythm has 3 accents. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's play a left hand slap before the second and third of those accents. To get a feel for the difference, listen to the Khaliji rhythm first without and then with those additional slaps. Both sound nice, but I think the slaps add quite a bit. They give the pattern overall a much more lively and percussive feel. Now let's check out a little piece of music based on this. Finally, let's revisit the 2 groovy arpeggio patterns from last week. They didn't have any percussive elements, but when you sneak in some left-hand backbeat accents, you can really take patterns like these to another level by adding that little bit of percussion. Playing these patterns nicely at a good speed takes practice, and you might have to invest some time into double stroke practice. But it's worth it. When you can play them effortlessly, these kinds of patterns are very flexible. They provide a harmonic progression and they have a super nice flow. After you have achieved the technique to play them up to speed, the next challenge becomes to make them sound groovy, effortless, and not too busy. Let's add the backbeat to the 3-note arpeggio pattern first. Let's move on to the 4-note arpeggio pattern. Also this one can be funked up with some backbeats. To play this fast, you do need some double stroke technique, otherwise it will be very difficult. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I think the slap is an awesome addition to our sound palette, and it's an important ingredient when you want to make your playing sound percussive and interesting. Let me know in the comments what your favorite use for it is, or if you have any questions. I release a video every week, and if you want to get notified of future videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell. It's been my pleasure to play music with you today. Have a good practice and see you next week.